New airplane build. A Sabre F-86. As the box says. It's a MiG killer. Well, here we go. It's an F-86. You know what? This has got an incredibly cool air ducting inside. I don't know if you can see that. The fan is way, way, way bigger than the fan is. Looks cool. Okay. Anyways, starting out here are the instructions. I haven't got all my parts in. I have a, just looking it up here. I have some 25-gram servos. It calls for 9 grams. And I'm going to use some 9-gram Metal Gear servos in it. And I'll also use some 25-gram servos. They're on their way. And I've got, I'm looking at putting a 5,000 milliamp 22 volt battery in it. It's a 6 cell, 5,000 milliamp. And I think we use what? A new 90 millimeter EDF fan with 1900 kV motor. And I think I got that from JetTech, one of their fans, to put in this plane. I'm not going to use the stock one. Where was it? I had the stock one here somewhere. I think I put it away, I'm not too sure. But I'm not going to use it at all. I'm going to use the new one from JetTech. It's supposed to make 1.6 kilos of thrust. And the plane, I have one issue with this though. I don't know if you can see here. Man, I broke this foam getting it out. The little one-sided sticky tape they had just to hold this in place. Had this piece held so tight, I ended up breaking it. So I'm going to have to refix that and glue it again. And I'm not overly fond, really, of the the hinges they're using here, but I'm not going to change them. I'll leave that for now. And I think I'm going to cut the flaps in. I think I want the flaps. But here, first thing in the front, it looks like we're going to build the parts for the retractable system in the front landing gear. And they mentioned the instructions to make sure, very sure that you have A, B, C, and D. The parts are all got little, I don't know if you can see them there, laser cut letters in the wood, which is pretty nice. Lots of wood pieces here and some plastic to cut out the cockpit and the nose cone. But we'll get started here. And I don't think I'm going to do it in military colors. You know? I'm thinking of, well, I don't know. I'm thinking of doing it in an abstract. Sort of something neat. See if we look here, my C-130 is yellow and black trim. I like it quite a bit. Looks good flying. You see I did this airplane with a black and blue checkered in the tail. And I think that's a sort of a little bit of military scheme, but not really. Well, here we go. Now, these front pieces. I just want to show you here though. This instruction manual. There's like 1 page, 2, 3, 4 or 5 pages in the back. Not a whole lot here to show you what to do. You put the tail together first, right? But I'm not going to do that. I'm waiting to get servos in, and I'm waiting to get a fan unit. I want to get the ducted fan in before I start putting it back. But I'm going to do the front here. Get the radio tray set up. Get it set up here, these parts for the front landing gear. Okay? So, they say it'd be very specific, A, B, C, D. And then there's one other wood piece of this, I don't know why, I'm thinking for hooking. But it goes in here. I'm going to mix 5-minute epoxy and put all these pieces in. Like as they say, first off, they really fit in there tight, eh? So that's A, B, it won't take much of epoxy to get them to hold in. Anyways, wow, that's gonna be very solid. That would be very solid. Okay, so I got that in, and C goes in the front. You know, I always like to test fit everything before I get any glue anywhere. Yes, sirree. And yeah, wow, that puts a lot of support up. Okay, we'll take those out and glue them in. And then the wood pieces, I guess. The front nose cone, I mean, this is going to go together very quickly, honestly. I got it, but I have to wait before I really put this together because I've got to get the retracts from Hobby King. I bought servoless retracts instead of an air system. I got 2 different sets, so I should have enough for that. The front landing gear too I have, so that's what I'm waiting for here to do this. But like I said, I'm going to cut, I think. I'm going to cut the flaps out and install them. I see with that though, there's an issue. I'll have to put this in, this piece, and then I think, yeah, the flap cut's way up here. So before I put this in, I might look at putting some filler in here. Might look into filling this in, just because. Maybe at the ends where the flaps cut through, I'll put styrofoam to fill in the ends. Because I do the landing gear, and then you put this here, sheets on the bottom of the wings. That's what I think I'm going to use. I'm finishing epoxy. And I'll just brush it off epoxy these whole wings. Really quite strong, but I'll make them stronger. Yeah, that's still to come though. And I got servos. I got bigger servos for the ailerons here. They call for 8 gram, 9 gram servos throughout the airplane. I don't know. I want this to go fast, so I want some bigger servos, I think. I am going to put 2 9 gram servos on the elevator. And I noticed that, oh man, it hasn't got a rudder. What a funny cut here. I'm thinking that I have to, yeah, I'm going to side mount a servo in here. So that'll become way easier. But I think I'm going to put a rudder in this too. We'll cut this out and make that so it can be a rudder. I like rudders in all my airplanes. I know they don't have any of this, but I mean, I'm using 9 gram Metal Gear servos for the elevator. I might as well put one in the back there for the tail. I think it would just be fine anyways.